We are back with another episode. My friend, you're too early.
You know, I got the buzz. I thought, let me come in here, Papa. Yes, Snoop. Yes, Snoop.
We are back with another episode for the Free PMS Ladies Podcast Show.
Woo woo!
You know what? That is much better because I know Nick wasn't there, but when I don't know if you all heard the last episode, but I was like, Free PMS Ladies Podcast Show. Whoop whoop. You and my sister. Yeah.
Yes.
Like someone forced you pigeons to be there.
We're getting better.
Yeah, much better. So yes, welcome to another episode. I am your girl Queen P.
And I'm Snoop. And I'm Mad Nick.
Yay! The three of us are back together again.
Woo, 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 woo.
Okay, so Diary of a Single Chick. Obviously, I'm giving you the tales of my search for the King P. Just going to let you know some of the other sides. So obviously I'm still on the search. I'm still using Plenty of Fish as my main platform. Now, just a twist on things. I've already said it before in a previous podcast episode that normally is the rule of thumb is that if someone messages you and you don't like them, you don't reply. You do get some guys that go, no, thank you, or no, blah, blah, blah. I just prefer to be blanked. If I message you, you blank me, cool. Because 9 times out of 10, I won't even remember. Do you know what I mean? Because, you go around messaging people. Someone going, no, thank you. I want to go, bitch, please.
Yeah, why not?
But, yeah.
I'll be like, why not?
Yeah, I was going to. And then I thought, no.
Well, I'll be like, I'll keep it moving. Don't put nothing there.
Yeah. So the rule of thumb is that you just ignore. I just ignore. So, this one guy messaged me and he said, look, I've messaged you before. Guys, I forgot. He says, I messaged you before and you didn't reply to me. Fair enough. I guess I'm just not your cup of tea. And without going into it, guys, he wasn't. I prefer, no disrespect to anyone, I prefer tall black men or, I'll try a bit of vanilla, but outside of that, I'm not really attracted to the other races. No disrespect to anybody. It's just my preference, right? So he said, I guess I'm not your type, which is fair enough. He said, I'm not really getting much love on this site. Is there something on my profile that's putting people off or,
He thought to ask you
Yeah, he was like, can you tell, can you tell me what it is you didn't like about me and can you look on my profile?
Very brave
and
to ask a question.
Tactical.
He's suspicious.
Nah, he said.
He's getting there talking, isn't he?
Oh, okay. He said, on your profile, you said you're brutally honest and I want your brutal honesty. And I said, all right, cool.
You can read.
He can read. Yeah. So I looked on his profile and there was a few red flags.
Okay.
First of all, his profile picture was a side profile picture.
Right.
So.
Well, like you've been caught, and you go to American jail and they do that side profile picture of you. One of those ones. Your mugshot. Is it one of those ones?
No. Oh, he was on the beach and it was like someone took him from the side while he was looking straight ahead.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's exactly what she meant. Well, okay, he was on the beach, so he made it different.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he had that, but when I looked at his profile, he had other pictures that were dead on, which looked better.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously, without being rude, in this world, like especially where people are just looking at the first picture, you have to, on Plenty of Fish, you have your first picture and someone has to click on you to go into your profile and see the other pictures. Right. So I didn't think that was his best photo. So I said, I did, guys, I looked at it and I said, right, really what he should do is change the picture. Also, I looked and it gives height and he had 5'6". Yeah, no one want to mess with that, okay? Like, no disrespect. I'm not tall, but I don't want to pass on the short gene to the rest of my children. So I'm looking for someone who's tall, preferably 6 foot. But most women, if short or not short, want someone who's tall. That's just the rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Then when it had on marital status, he had divorce.
What?
Seriously? That is red flag.
Man.
Red flag.
Yep.
So I messaged him back. And I said to him, listen, I'm sorry that you're not getting much, play. I said, with all no disrespect, I just prefer tall black men. That's my main preference. I said, in terms of your, and I gave him the advice, I think you should change the picture. You're not a bad looking man. Yep. You should change the picture. And I'm sorry, unfortunately, this is, if it was all about personality, there wouldn't be any pictures on that site. It would just be people's profiles without any pictures, So I told him that. I said, also, your height. I'm sorry. Listen.
But just be honest about it.
Okay. No.
Always
okay.
say it. But yes. It, and then when I meet you, and then you'll say, no.
Yeah, it's true.
You're right. But guys. But
yes.
I said to him, put 5'7".
What?
That's a lie.
With heels.
Yeah. If Tom Cruise can do it with their jet, then listen. And I know some pigeons
but
out
Tom
here.
Cruise's bank account made him look taller.
True.
That's
I
what
know
it
some
is.
women who's sitting there saying they're 5'6", 5'7". That's with their 3-inch heels. When those pigeons take it off, they're 5'3".
Yeah, but women can wear heels, men can't.
Okay,
There's a difference.
Tom Cruise does. So I just told him,
He just
look,
stands
what
on
you
his
got to
money.
understand, guys, because it's all face value.
I'll just be like,
Do
wait
you know
and
what I
see.
mean?
I still keep it blank.
Or stay seated at the table.
I said to him, no girl is going to come and pulling their tape measure out and be, she might look him a bit like,
Snoop will.
hold on.
Snoop will. She'd be
You
like,
know.
just 1 second. Yo, stand up.
Back up against that wall. Let me see.
Where she's ripping on the markets.
So, I just said, look, 1 inch makes a difference. And all you girls know what I mean.
When he wakes up, he's 5'7". By the end of the
You
day.
got the dirt in your eye. You can't see properly.
So then I said,
Oh my God.
and the divorced thing, I said, change your status to single.
need to say that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's not a lie. Change your status to single. I said,
And then
if
when
you
you need to
connect
get
with
into it,
if you connect with the girl, don't let it go too far. But if you connect with a girl, explain to her. Because I know people get divorced, for all sorts of reasons.
That's right, yeah.
So I said, but if you're just looking at, because I said to him, look, if it was me and I was torn between him and another guy and I couldn't quite decide, that would be the deciding factor.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Fair days.
It would be the deciding factor. So guys, I messaged him. All of this, I sent him a one long Aaliyah 4-page letter. Yeah. He replied and he was like, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. This is worth, thanking you for dinner. And he was like, no, I'm not trying to get you to, I just thought, please. Anyway, so, he was like, okay, I'm going to change the picture, which he has not done. I'm going to change the picture. He goes, in terms of the divorce thing, really? He goes, okay, I'll change it. But really, in this day and age, people care about that? He goes, because I would date a divorced woman.
Because you're divorced.
Thank you. In my mind, I read it and I was like, well, you're divorced. It's different. So there's people that don't want to date people with kids. But if they then themselves have kids, 9 times out of 10, they're like, well, someone's got to accept me for that. So I've got to accept that. So we're just going to pause there. And I asked my brother, I said, would you date a divorced woman? He said, yes, I would. And I was like, okay, why? He was like, iffy, because people get divorced for all sorts of reasons. And I said, okay, fair enough. I said, but why would you do? He said, iffy. Remember, I was dating this girl and her baby dad is now dating a divorced woman. Guys, when he started with this baby dad,
I
just
know.
thought,
My head has gone to a pie shop.
Yeah,
Remember,
get me. I was like, okay. He then said that she was married and she loved her husband. If it was fine, her husband had a phone, a desktop, a laptop, iPad, all of that, right? And he was fine, would always leave his phone lying around. She knew his passwords and, he was not precious about anything like that. Yeah, except for the iPad. The iPad, it was like another limb. He would have it with him everywhere. And he never gave her no reason to be suspicious, but she just thought, you don't care about your phone, you don't care about all these things. Why are you so precious about this iPad? So one night he went out with his friends and got drunk, right? He came back, the iPad, I guess, was locked away. He came back, got the iPad out, was on it, blah, blah, blah. And then I guess he's still in his intoxicated state. Like, I need to go to the shop. Like, there's a 24-hour shop right by their house. I need to go and get, I don't know, maybe more drink. He was drunk. Yeah. So she let him, but he left his iPad out. The minute he went, she got the iPad and he was on the down low. Oh. She could see he was on Grindr. For those of you who don't know what Grindr is, it's a Tinder for the gay community, but it is just for hookups. He had porn, male, gay porn.
Oh, so he's
on his
gay?
Yep, he's on the my girl. Yeah.
Oh
so
my
he had
gosh.
all this, pornography,
All I'm
gay
thinking about is
pornography.
diseases
and
right
things.
about now.
Well, so
That's
she
disgusting.
was shocked.
Not because he's gay.
Yeah.
Diseases.
Not, yeah, exactly. Because especially like Grindr, you're not even getting to like, dating.
Well, like,
you're
yeah,
just
it's a
one
meeting
night
up
stand.
for
Yeah,
sex.
yeah,
yeah.
It is just a sex
And
thing.
then they're probably still having sex as well.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. So, so she was obviously, you can
poor
imagine,
girl,
she was in shock. She divorced
destroyed.
him, which is fair enough, which is
now
not
she-
her
now
fault.
she's a divorcee.
Yeah, which is
Right.
not her fault.
got
She
kids?
didn't, no.
Oh,
she
cool.
didn't plan to, do
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
I know what I signed up for.
He deceived her. And the thing that got on my nerves about this story was the fact that there are marriages of convenience. Like there are lesbians of certain communities where
Why
their
marry
parents,
her?
Culture.
yeah, where their parents are pressuring them to marry. They might find another person who maybe, is
and you keep
gay
your
or
face. Yeah.
is dating somebody that their parents wouldn't approve of, and they're like, well, let's just get married for the
Yeah.
families to get off our back, and then we just be about our business. It's the fact that he married her under false pretenses.
He
Do you know
didn't
what I'm
have
saying?
to.
Yeah, like he lied to her and whatever, and so my brother was like, in a circumstance like that, what should she have
That's
done
an
then?
extreme end of.
Of course, of course. But the fact of the matter is, we're talking about
Yeah, it's
dating
not her fault.
profile.
Yeah, yeah.
We're talking about before any feelings before you get your
Yeah.
chance to explain and blah. Someone just looking and seeing divorce and thinking, nah, I don't want to. I'm
Like
sorry.
what you did.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's the
But that's a
reason
natural
why.
reaction, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
For
You're not gonna go, ooh, juicy, divorce.
Look, I want to hear about it. Come on, tell
Yeah.
me. No, it's just it's a natural response, and it's no what you call it. It's no fault of anybody. I think it's just what's embedded in. Like
Yeah.
if you come from a divorced family and whatever, and people you will think, okay, divorce is not a big thing, but if you don't, you might see it as a different way.
Yeah.
First thing you see is divorce is, oh shit, what happened there?
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? What mess am I going to get
Yep,
into?
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing like that. So I think it's in I don't know,
Yep, embedded.
embedded in us. That,
It's true.
Oh, divorce. Oh no, that's a negative. It's a negative thing.
Yep,
You know what I mean? So when you see
exactly.
it, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It could be for many different reasons.
Yeah,
but
you just
especially
like
in this
Day and age as well.
Yeah, just like you said, Snoop. You just associate with mess.
Yes.
What mess has he left behind?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? So,
Or her as
no-
well.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
mess
yeah,
has
yeah.
she
I mean?
brought to the situation at the point where they've got a divorce?
Yeah. So,
So-
do you know what I'm saying? So, so I just told him, change it to single. I said, if you keep it as single, then, and you connect with someone, then you can explain your story. Do you know what I'm saying? But don't let it get too deep in with the person before you say it. I said, it's not lying. It's just, you're going to tell them, but you are single. It's not like, oh, you're married and now you're putting single, because that's a complete different thing. I said, look, also, my other piece of advice is also, don't message, and I've learnt this, it's a numbers game. Don't message all the ones that you think are just hot. Half of them are fake profiles, or half of them might not be that interested. Just, message girls that you think
So
are
he should
good
not
looking.
message you then.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, if all you're doing is messaging the extremely hot ones, you're not going to get, most of them are looking for someone who's extremely hot as well.
Yeah.
So the thing is, message hot ones, message ones that you're like, okay, you've got to be prepared to, especially if you're just chatting, you might connect with somebody. You think, okay, it's not stopping traffic, but decent person, the personality is crazy. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I said. I said, I hope you get on with that. Let me know how you get on. Right. You check the answer. So like I told you, he said, he wouldn't take me out for dinner, blah, 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 blah. And I thought, yeah, whatever. Then he said, okay, the picture thing, fine. He said about the divorce thing, like I said. And I just thought, well, you're divorced, mate. Then he said the height thing. He said when he first joined up with Plenty of Fish, he did put 5'7". He said he went on a date with a woman. And she said, you ain't 5'7".
Oh, sugar.
You ain't 5'7".
It was me.
Listen, you're 5'5".
Oh,
And he's not
so he's
5'5".
already upped one.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. He said he's actually 5'6". But she said to him, you're 5'5".
How does she know? Why
Thank
is she?
you.
No, but if she's tall, if she herself is
Dunno.
5'7" and he's not matching her height,
Right,
she
yeah,
would
then
say,
she would just
you're
gauge,
shorter
yeah.
than me.
Then
You know what
he
I mean?
said in the middle of the date, she got up and left. Even after they got up, she just got up and left. So he was like, I'm not sure about
lying.
And I said to him, well, this is just about, you're sitting there saying that you're not getting no
Just grow a high
replies.
top.
Yeah.
What, that kid and play, yeah?
It's all part of him, innit? It
You're
counts.
just saying that 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 you're 5'7". Maybe if you connect with somebody and you start messaging, you start chat, then, you know, you can bring some truths out and go, look, I'm actually 5'7", 5'6". If the girl really likes you, she ain't going to care by that point. If she's connected with you and messaging you and, you know, they're building a rapport.
Not every girl's crazy like that and will be like,
that's what I said.
Between 5'7" and 5'6" or 5'5".
Thank you.
Yeah, look, short is short, tall is tall.
Thank you.
For goodness sake.
It's true.
You know?
It's true.
Yeah.
So then, what was it? So he was like,
bad date.
You know, yeah. So he said, okay, he's going to think about, you know, like that one. But, you know, he really, really appreciates, you know, my advice. So I have checked and he has changed his height. He has changed the status to single, but I haven't replied to the fact that he's messaged me, you know, all that stuff. So I'm going to message him back. I'll let you know because I told him I want to know if he has any success.
It looks like you're taking another business in this whole
thing. Which leads me to my next
Lord.
point. Yes, which leads me to, so as we are on most channels, I will be in the next couple of months, so stay tuned people, doing a Free PMS Ladies YouTube channel where I'm giving advice to men about women. All I ever see is men giving advice to women about men.
Yes.
So I thought, well, let me give men advice about women.
Funny
about
advice.
her.
Yeah, well, do you know what I mean?
She's a woman.
You know, yeah, thank
Still
you.
fishing.
Yeah, but I know the don'ts that men do that put women off, because even though I'm fishing, I get messages every single day and I will ghost somebody if they start chatting a certain rubbish to me. I know the things that are going to get me hooked with that person. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think men do really silly things sometimes which really break a connection. It doesn't have to be, you know. So I thought, well, you know, so people stay tuned. I'm here giving advice and stuff like that to men, and I'll let you know how he gets on because I'm waiting for him to come back to me.
Hope he finds some love.
Yes. So lastly, before I finish on my segment, I was just looking into Plenty of Fish.
Trying to get women, you up for that as well?
No.
Okay.
No shade, but it ain't that kind of show.
So, what's it called? I saw on Plenty of... I didn't tell you, Zot. A woman messaged me. Speaking of that...
Oh, you see?
A woman messaged me. I think I might
Sit it up now.
I think I might have told you, Zot, this. I saw a woman... I was like, huh? Guys, when I saw it was like, oh, you're stunning. I was thinking, huh? I went on the woman's profile and she or he was transgender. Now, listen, we're not shading the transgender community. No. But it was a woman, a black woman, and when I'm looking at the profile, it says their gender is male. Oh. Right? So they're like, I'm not your typical man.
I like that.
What? I should actually show you, I don't know if I can show you the picture of the person. Now, yeah, the person, this is real. Nick, did I not tell you?
No.
Yes. This person messaged me.
Calm down.
This person messaged me. But the fact of the matter is, you can see I'm interested in men. You know, like you're looking like a woman if that really is you in the picture.
She is.
You know what? I'll set you up. You know, I'll hook you up.
What's this a man? What are you talking about?
Oh gosh, let me fish out this picture. Use what
could be like maybe this girl's been here for so long. Maybe now she's ready to try something else.
Does the person want a woman?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not going to change the bits down?
No. The top and the look, the way they look like a woman. So yeah, unfortunately I can't find the photo, but yeah, you know, the profile was like, I'm not your typical man, you know, and I thought, I just deleted it. Do you know what I mean? I was like, nope, I'm not involved. I don't want nothing. Then I started looking further.
Curious.
Oh, please.
I'm not interested, but I would be curious. So what did you see? What did you like? What was it? You know?
If you see the way Mad Nick is looking at Snoop, like she's infected. Look, so I looked at another one. These people didn't message me. Okay. I was just surfing and looking at, you know, profiles.
Look, she got curious.
Yes. Now there was a split screen. There was a man and a woman on one picture, and I was thinking, what's this about? Go into their profile. They're a couple and they're looking for someone, to mingle with. I was like,
my God.
So let me just tell you something. You see when you swim in the gutter?
Yes.
Wow, all sorts of things are flying. Then They're looking for someone to join in the fun, and they didn't even specify whether it's
a man or woman.
Yep, I don't think they specified. They're just up for
anything.
Fun.
Wow,
yeah,
this thing goes deeper.
Yeah, I think it goes deeper when a couple starts to do that. I'm thinking, is it really fun, or is just like you guys are really bored of each other? You tried something else to.
That's what
spice it up,
but you don't want to cheat.
After a while, you're gonna get bored of that as well, and then it moves on to something else.
With that, I think that only works if one of the couples is like bisexual. Do you know what I mean? You know, like there are some women who like women and men. So it's like, okay, well, before he goes and cheats, bring her to me. You know, like let's all do, you know, kind of thing, the do or whatever. And fine, if that works for them. Hey, fine. My thing is, as long as people are not doing things that other people don't know about. Yeah. But the other issue is, okay, so what if you like that person, start to like that person better, and then you don't want to be with your wife anymore, you want to be with a new thing.
Or that was always coming. You know? They're always like our favourite person or something like that.
She's coming when the wife ain't there or the husband ain't there, whatever.
And it's like, well, you invited them into the house in the first place. You can't really complain about it.
Yeah, come on, man.
I just have to let her down gently. That's all.
Saying this, with a fork in her hands. She don't talk much sometimes. She talks a lot here. She don't talk sometimes. She just does things.
Wherever the sex is great. We'll keep it moving there.
Well, okay, that's the end of my.
Good choice. So I'm here giving the lowdown on TV shows, films, all the things of entertainment in that sort of way. But for the last couple of weeks, I've kind of been sucked into the whole World Cup saga with the sweepstakes that they take place in work, where you pick a team. I know, I'm always just at home right now. So yeah, I picked out Peru.
Really?
That's what I was going to say about that one.
Peru?
You know what I'm saying? But it's sweepstakes, you know, you have to put money in.
Oh,
and
okay.
So I got Peru. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
there's your money.
But people were asking me, they're like, oh, you're Nigerian, do you support Nigeria? I was like, oh, do you know what? Let me just have to support Nigeria, because really and truly, I don't really watch football as much as I used to. I don't support England. I don't really support any of the teams, but I was like, fine, let's say Nigeria. I'm going to hold that one. So last Saturday, obviously, Nigeria kicked off against Croatia. And from watching the play, and I know guys are going to disagree with me right now, but they look like they were dancing on the pitch. You're supposed to be playing football. Why are your arms just swinging left and right like you're about to go to a zonto? Like, seriously. There was so much hype with the Nigerian players on the tour bus, and I get you're excited, but the play they were actually doing was not tactical. The defence was weak. The attacking side, I don't even know who was really attacking. I just saw the hairstyles, and I just thought that's just confusing my side.
Yeah, they're more into their looks and
They're
fashion.
more into their looks and their fashion than actually playing. And to that result, they lost 2-0 to Croatia. Nigerians are very skillful in playing, I think, anyway. But I think on that day, maybe they just got really, really nervous and, you know, they lost the game. And it was so disappointing to watch, because only the last 15 minutes of the game, as in the second half, the last like 15 minutes, they actually started playing football. And I thought, what took you so long after? It's like it's far too late. All right, fair enough, it takes a second to score a goal. I know that. But they should have been playing hard from the very beginning, from when the first whistle was blown. So I wasn't happy about that. And unfortunately, yesterday I missed their game, which they actually won. So maybe I'm the jinx for them. Maybe I'm the jinx.
I think they had their jollof rice and thought, you know, let's do this.
I think they didn't have jollof rice. You know what I'm saying? I think they just literally just thought, you know what, we don't want to go home.
I think they got a
so they
couple
brought
of
it out.
calls.
Yeah, I think they got a breadful of calls and some
you guys
insults.
do it.
Yeah, so they won yesterday, which is all like, you know, applause to them. So well done to them. But they're still not out of the danger zone.
Yeah,
they need to see how all the other teams like fare in this.
I'm just gonna say one little thing on that, because it was so funny, and I shared this with my colleagues. I was like, yesterday with Nigerian winning, everybody was a Nigerian.
Of course.
Everybody who wasn't even born in the motherland was a Nigerian. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
But when they lost, I ain't see nothing. I ain't see nothing. My social media was not blowing up at all. Like, you know, even with the occasional diss or whatever, nobody wanted to admit that they were Nigerian. But yesterday I was like, damn, Instagram is like, you know, Twitter's like, cool, you know.
I think I'm the jinx then.
Different video.
It's that I denied them. I denied it, and everyone kept asking me, "Are you going to watch the games with me?" Nope. Like, support them with me? Nope.
But it was very good, fantastic. Goals,
even my white neighbour was up.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Everybody's like, yeah. yeah, where's the jersey? I need my own now. You know, everyone's rocking it. I'm like, did you have that when, the actual World Cup started? But you just start rocking it now that they
rocking it. They pulled it out of the cupboard and put it underneath all the other shirts. So do we think that Nigeria's going to do well in their next game in this group? Because you know how it works. So basically, there's 4 teams in each group. Yeah. So they obviously need to try and win 3 if they can, if not 2. Yeah. And if they win 1 out of the 3 matches,
but they have to Argentina next. That's what. Well,
Argentina lost though the other day, though, didn't they?
Yeah, but with this now that Nigeria won, Nigeria gave Argentina a lifeline because really Argentina should be out. But because
Hold up, girls. You know what? No. Finish Snoop, and then I'm going to tell you what I want to say.
Oh dear.
Because Nigeria won their game, it gave Argentina a lifeline. So, and it's just a shame that now they're gonna have to face Argentina. Now, with the way Argentina's playing, this isn't the great Argentina of the old days. So, I think Nigeria's got a chance. If we all get our juju spirits. Listen,
I don't accept that, and I don't agree to what she just said. But
if we all get our chanting, and is it the chicken that they carry to the stadium? If Russia could just allow us to carry our chicken to the stadium, I'm like, y'all are called super eagles. You're not carrying eagles, you're carrying chicken. What the hell is that about? Anyway, but I think we got a chance.
They have got a chance because Argentina obviously lost 1 and drew 1. And Nigeria has lost 1 and won 1. So in points wise, they've got more. Yeah. So they would really need to win, especially, again, it depends on how Croatia and Iceland play as well, what their results are to see if Nigeria's going to go through. But like you said, they need to fix up, stop dancing on the pitch and play some football.
Look.
Yeah, you celebrate after. You don't celebrate before. While you're there dancing and going, like this. They're all scoring the goals in your goal.
What I wanted to say was, I know Snoop, you ain't been on the Rival show. But Nick has been on the Rival show.
Woo-woo!
This is the Big Brother show to the 3PMS Ladies podcast show. And when they talk about sports, she says nothing. Like me, saying nothing. No. And look at her now. And then you got Snoop chiming in like, oh yeah, this and that.
You know what? Yeah. This girl said to me, she goes, I never known you to watch football. Back in the day, I used to watch football. Yeah, I used to watch Arsenal. My brother and my dad used to watch Arsenal and Man United. So I did watch them for a few good years. Yeah.
And look at Snoop co-signing. Look at yeah.
No, isn't it? I used to watch it. I actually knew all the names. Yes. Haters gonna hate you.
When was this? Because I want to know. When was this? Because these are trying to act like, I just known these lot for a year. I've known these heifers for about 25 years.
When I started knowing this chick, I'm saying with Queen P, I stopped watching football because she couldn't keep up.
Oh, so when you were 5 years old. Please.
No, I did, and then I stopped, and I just got more into other things. And then,
but everybody always is more into the World Cup than
of course.
Yeah, that's the only time when I'm really into what's going on. I'm buzzing about this at the moment. It's a shame it's Russia because we would get more buzz, more hype than if it was like when Brazil hosted and when other people hosted, it was more hype. I think it's because it's Russia that we're not really seeing it really commercialized that much,
and it's the time difference as well.
Yeah. So, but honestly, to be quite honest, like World Cup is my thing in terms of football. At least you know who's who. Do you know what I mean? But all these other ones, I feel like y'all are just getting paid for running around and whatever, which is just stupid.
It's not even that. It's just that I think the Premier League's just really changed a lot in the last few years. I haven't got a thing with all the international players that they bring in to play for Arsenal or Tottenham or whatever. And the game's become more like a business. So people are buying the clubs, seeing it as a profitable business, but then the playing is really poor. So like I said, I was watching Arsenal and Man United, and people always go, who do you support? I'm like, neither. Like to this point, to be fair, because there's no team that I see that plays so hard like they used to that I can go, I support that team. So again, that's why I don't watch it. And again, it's on a weekday. I've got kids, I've got things to do. So so that's the World Cup. That was me. So hopefully you guys can give my feedback on what you think I said, if it's actually true or not. And we're gonna move on to now something else that we all love to watch.
Love Island. Woohoo.
Heated.
I mean, where do we start? Thanks. I mean, of recent, so we know, what was it? Adam, is there ruling the roost? Any new girl comes in, she's not safe. He's on her case. So he's recently dropped Rosie for Zara. So 2 new girls came in and Rosie was hot topic, hot top totty of the week or whatever, and now he's with Zara. And look, my thing is that anytime new girls come in, the original girls start acting like they got their heads cut off, start acting all insecure. And I'm like, look, I get it because I'm a girl, but hold your position. The way I do things is that if God says...
I just pictured her as a coach.
Yeah.
Hold your position.
Yeah. Hold your position, hold your weave, hold your... Do you know what I mean?
Hold your teeth.
Yeah.
Hold it.
But my thing is that if God says this is for you, it's gonna be you. No girl can come in and take what's supposed to be yours. Yeah. And if she's able to come in and just take it like that, then it wasn't yours in the first place.
Amen.
That's it. But the thing is, it was giving the guys excuse, even if they wanted to go, it was giving them an excuse to go to the other girls.
Really
because the girls were acting. I'm like, you never see the guys act like that when a new guy comes in. But when new girls come in, the way the girls behave, I'm like, cool down. Even when the new girls came in, you got Samira. Now, I don't want anyone messaging me about Samira, about what I think. And like my brother was like, the way Samira was leading the charge, like, yeah, where's these girls? I'm like, where's your man? Yeah. I'm like, bitch, sit down. You ain't got no man to be defending or to be blocking another girl from. Ain't none of them in there want you.
She's the best friend you want.
Yeah, she is. I give her that.
That's
what I like about her, though. I do.
So the thing is, so you had like some of the couples squabbling because of the new girls coming in because they're feeling threatened. But if you hold your position, then do you know what I mean? I think
they should be threatened though, because it's nothing's established apart from what Jack and Danny. Do you know what I mean?
Even them, anything can happen.
They gone full. Compared to the others, I'm like, y'all are all still swimming. Nobody should really get comfortable because everybody's still. You know, when you meet somebody and you're dating,
honeymoon periods.
You're being polite, You're being nice to me. That's what they're all doing. It's only, what's it called?
Where's Laura?
They've got the little
side.
Yeah. And then I'll believe, if they keep going the way they are, I'll believe that, you guys have got
because you've seen the other side to that person and you still like them.
Yes.
So, but I just think, even if that's how you're feeling, hold yourself. Like, hold yourself back.
I'm so thirsty.
Because it doesn't look...
But saying that, because when we now watched the guy come in, and I said, the way the guys come in, everyone's kind of been there to speed welcoming. Whereas when the girls came in, it wasn't like that.
No, they weren't.
So I think if that had been that sort of introduction as well, and the guy's come in and he's kind of been like, this is what I plan to do. This is what I think. Whereas the girls never really did that. I don't know if they really got the chance to, or they just didn't want to do that anyway.
Yeah.
And Sarah in particular seems more like a guy's.
You mean
like
the
a guy's
way
girl.
the message was delivered to them that girls were there, because they didn't know. They went.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, and then Adam took a picture and sent it to the girls.
So they didn't know that the girls gonna be there. But then when the other girls came and they were in the balcony, they were still nasty and bitchy.
Yeah,
the same way. Remember,
girls are girls.
Yeah.
No, it's what I'm saying. As in, when Sam came in, they all sat on the sofa. And like,
Yeah.
The girls don't do. The girls.
Yes, when the girls came in, they didn't do that, did they?
But
that's what I'm saying.
But the girls are like that anyway. Yeah. You know this as a girl. You went to girls' school. We know this. They're just, the girls will always be territorial. Do you know what I mean? Instead of being skillful and just being buddy with them to find out what their intentions are and to get in there with them. That's what they should do.
That's what I said. I shared that with you, didn't I? I said that the thing where they messed up is that if they got to know the other girls, do you know what I mean? They would have been able to communicate with them that, I really like him. The other girls would have known like who you're really feeling. Do you know what I mean? And girls, we are very, I don't know, we're sensitive to things like that. If I knew that you're loved up on, I don't know, Adam, do you know what I mean? You're feeling Adam. I'll feel some way of like getting involved.
You will,
in
but Sarah wouldn't.
But the
I don't
way
think she would
that heifer didn't.
But then the way the girls treated them and didn't embrace them,
it made them feel like whatever.
I don't feel no connection to. I don't feel no way to you, so I could do whatever I want. Do you know what I mean? Had they brought them a little bit closer, the girls might have been a bit more tippy toey about how they're doing things. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, but even with how they're doing things, I think number one, Adam's a dog, so he would have just been a dog.
Yeah, he is a dog.
Yeah, regardless.
And I think even if Zara had said to Rosie, this situation, I was like, but I really like him. I still think I would have been like, he's in my top 3.
Yeah, but still, because that's the nature of the game. That's what you're there for. You're not there to go, okay, you're paired up and stuff. All right, I'll just sit here by the pool.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait for another guy. But do you know what I mean? That's the nature of the game. But in the manner in which it was done, because Rosie was really hurt. Laura was really all territorial.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna piss on where so Ellie knows that's mine.
Yeah,
that's
with
mine.
her whipped
What I
cream.
mean? I went and told her, all of that kind of thing was unnecessary.
But Josh went on a date with Zara as well.
Yeah, he did.
So Josh, Georgia, didn't have a better relationship with Zara at that time that Rosie had with her.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? They all did have an interaction with Zara.
Yeah.
But yet she still was more drawn towards Adam. Even though knowing. And again, they watched the show.
Yeah.
So without the girls walking them in and going, let's hold hands to a certain extent, she kind of had her eyes on who she had her eyes on.
True.
That's the nature of the game. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That you can't prevent that.
Yeah.
Who you're attracted to, who you want to go for, is who you want to go for.
But what Snoop is saying is that if you so let's just say I've got a plan to come in and take your man, and then I get to know you a little bit better. Just
it might change your mind. I get
because
that.
I feel like, okay, I've got a bit of a connection with you now. I don't really feel like I want to go and mess that up because I'm cool with you. Maybe I might go and take that one that I'm not chatting to that much. I have to go and take her man just to stay in the game, and then I'll watch what's going on with you later on and take your man later.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Or
That's
you just
tactical.
be a little bit more respectful towards the way
or
you're
way he's
doing it.
Yeah.
Because it made it seem like those girls were bitches.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Coming in there, taking, whoever they want. Yes, it's nature, but it's the mannerism in which it was portrayed that the girls did it. But then you guys left them no choice. You guys weren't so welcoming.
Yeah, but at the same time as
I
well,
mean?
even though I don't like Ellie either, I think
don't.
Ellie was Ellie was a bit more, playing both feels better than Zara was.
True.
So
true.
and she still wasn't welcomed in.
True.
So in that sort of respect, it's like, they were treating you like this, but at the same time, Eddie's made a bit of an effort to try and get
in with the girls a
I'm
little
not
bit.
blaming Zara and Ellie. I'm blaming the rest of the pack.
Girls.
The rest
Yeah.
of the girls were not welcoming to those ones. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And yes, Ellie did the right, she tried, but they were not accommodating to them, which is so unnecessary. I don't know why girls do that. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like me, we'll be like, yeah, go. But I know it's fine over here.
because guys are different in it. Guys can they switch up, as Adam's clearly shown really quickly. Guys really switch up really.
Adam's just,
girls are really more invested, aren't
one
they?
of a kind. There were those guys who were just one of the kind. But the one thing I did not like was when Rosie put herself down. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
When she got dressed up with Megan or whatever her name is, and then
Oh.
started taking pictures down.
Oh, I loved it.
It was, but
I thought the girls looked hot. I was like, yes, girl.
They do look hot.
Babe, they look hot, but they look desperate.
Yeah, I know what
They
you
look
mean.
so desperate.
But he was looking though.
And then he
He was.
He-
Oh, I
he
don't
was
like the way they
looking.
look.
He was looking. Of course you're gonna look. Of course
Yeah.
you're gonna look at the rubbish.
Yeah, but
you know.
Yeah,
she's
but
gonna look. I'm gonna look.
No, but
I'm
so
gonna
he
look.
says
okay.
yes,
Yeah,
no, because he was like, oh, this is what I'm attracted to.
And then he
No,
started doing
eyes
his own.
right
I
there.
said, whatever.
You should have said it and then walk back in, but you kept turning your
But
neck
he's
back.
a man. Yes, he's gonna look, but doesn't mean that he's liking what he's looking at.
It's all
To
right that he
Adam,
was taking it.
I done that, taste that, slept with that, kiss that. Whatever. You can't repackage a pussy. So there you go.
Whoa!
It's still the
First of all, he
same.
hadn't slept with her.
Huh?
They didn't sleep
No,
together.
but still.
And number two,
he's got that.
and number two, if he said they
He's
can't
moved
repackage
on.
it, that means that people should literally just not be monogamous or anything like that.
Repackage what? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, and I apologize about my foul mouth, is you can't repackage what I've already had.
But
you
that's how women try to, they put on something new, and it's like the men are like, oh,
Huh?
you look good today.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I
she
mean?
came
It does
out,
work.
coming
So-
out in a
looking
dress
fresh.
and whatever. Nah.
I bet he got a hard on.
Okay,
Yes.
let's back it up a bit. So, Adam, so just for those who don't watch I Love Island, Adam was seeing Rosie. They were a couple. The minute a new girl came in, he went for the new girl, and which is something he's done before.
Yes, he's just been a
so
guy.
he has shiny ball syndrome,
Yeah.
blatantly. He hurt Rosie. Rosie then confronts him after, it's clear that those two, nothing's going to be going on between them two. And as she confronts him and she's telling him, he's there with a dirty smirk. She's lucky. He's lucky it was her, because I would have thrown something at his head.
Yeah.
Why?
Don't.
What
What
do
do
you
you mean? What
want
do you
him
mean?
to do?
Why?
It was no. It was a horrible
I would
smirk.
prefer for
It
you
was
to
rude.
walk
No.
away, but don't be there smiling.
Yeah,
I'm
he
talking
was
to you
about how
I
what
don't
she
care.
was.
You say your shit.
Yeah.
I respond in my way.
No.
Okay?
No.
You can't control.
You know what? I need to throw your tea in her face.
My tea's finished. I'll get another one in a minute. No,
You can't
Snip.
control
No,
how I'm
no,
gonna
no.
respond.
No,
Okay,
man.
so you want to be blasting me, knowing
Yeah.
cameras are around and stuff, and
Yeah.
you want me to what? Put my head down like a
No,
sand
no,
puppy
no,
and be like,
no,
I'm being schooled.
no.
Hell no.
Sorry.
Look at you. However,
No,
yes.
Snoop.
Come on.
Snoop.
Hell
Rosie
no.
did not blast him the way we would blast him. She
Yeah.
simply
But
said
in their field, it was
Simply
her blast.
Simply said, she goes, the way you treated me is not the way I'm going to treat you. I didn't appreciate the way things went on.
Yep.
You have now hurt me because I cared about
Yeah,
you.
and she cried.
And I opened up to you. You can't laugh in my face when I'm telling
She
you that.
is within her right to express how she feels, but she cannot say that, you can't then expect a certain response from him or for him to act in a certain
I
way.
don't expect you to be
So what
unapologetic.
if he stood up and go, bitch, I don't care, all of he could have done that. Maybe that's what he was suppressing with his smile.
Do you know what? Okay, because
Snoopy's
you
gone
know,
crazy.
ghetto Snoop has
gone
come out
crazy.
has
Do you know what it is?
out of the
It's the sun in London.
I think so.
The sun is definitely
I
gone
think so.
through your mind. Like,
Listen, look.
I'll hear myself back, and then if I
you
need to
realise-
apologize, I'll come back and apologize.
You don't need to
But
apologize.
no, I'm feeling
But
this.
It is good. Oh my God, listen.
oh my God.
It is good to have a difference of opinion, which I like. But I have inside info,
Right.
which I think I told you guys. Later on, you see, like a couple of episodes later, you see him apologize to Rosie, which I thought was a bit strange because I'm like, hold on, this incident happened with you lot a few good days ago. Why is it now you're apologizing? Now my insiders tell me that the producers told him to apologize to her. You see when you got the inside scoop, because I thought it was strange. Like, I get what you're saying. So Nick thought because the new guy Sam came in and shamed up Adam, like as in I've come in here to show you how to treat a woman, which I love. What am I saying? I love that. I was like,
you go, Sam.
When he said it, all of them stood up like, oh my God. Yeah,
Even the men stood up. Even the men stood up.
You could see Adam. You could see inside, guys. He was.
There you go.
But he
It don't
weren't
matter
smirking.
how tall you
He
are.
weren't smirking.
What?
He was smirking when Sam said that.
That's all right. That's all right.
Look.
He's probably holding himself. Nick, I'm not saying that the way he treated Rosie and stuff was fine.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that why is everybody all up on him because he was smoking? That's his response. She gave it to him. He responded the way he wanted to. If he had started blasting and putting his hand up in her face or, being like some other guys can be. Do you know what I mean? Don't talk. You guys will have the guy kept himself, heard what she had to say. But if he wants to smirk, he wants to smirk.
No.
Do you understand what I mean? That's all I'm saying. What, she wants a cuddle?
No.
Hell no. So
But they
there you
hugged
go.
in the end.
Well, do you know what I mean? He's not gonna be, I'd rather him smirk than he trying to give her some sob. No, don't prolong it. Let her say shit. You take it how you want. Bye-bye.
Fair enough. But yeah, so when Sam said that, yeah, I can see how people might have perceived that it might have given him time to think, but I didn't think that. I just thought it was strange how those two were in the same space just together. It just looked staged. But from what I've been told, producers told him to apologize to her because he was getting so much heat on social media
a lot of hate.
about the way he's treated her. Now look, now let me see, I knew this one, Snoop, aka Tupac over there,
AKA Adam's bodyguard.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I see both sides. I see the fact that she's sitting there saying it's been 2 weeks. Now 2 weeks, in the real world is nothing. In there, I guess, when you're with the person, day in, day out, sleeping in the same bed, practically living, you practically moved in with the person, I can see how everything's intensified, but also so I see, okay, it's only been 2 weeks. Was she getting all, he didn't put a ring on her finger, blah, blah, blah. But I get where she really liked it. She had us girls, we get intense feelings. And the way, listen, let me finish. But the way
the head's shaking though.
The minute the girl came in, I know she didn't see it from where we were sitting, but the minute the girl came in and she was like, oh, you guys all coupled up, and the way he was kind of like, well, like it's not, I'm just seeing people.
It is
I'm
what
just
it is.
bloody. Look, I just think Adam is a representation of those guys who are just, who if they keep behaving the way they behave, they end up on their own.
Yep.
That's it. They end up on their own because. Look, and like I said, he could have done exactly the same thing. It could have gone exactly the same way, but he could have played it much more different. Do you know what I mean? Just much more different because I just felt, I did feel for her. I felt sorry for her. And I know some of the guys I know have been like, Why is she acting strong 1 minute and then next minute she's crying and then next? I said, my friend, because when you're in your own yard, when it's happening in the real world, you put your game face on when you go out, and in your house you can have your cries, you can have
it's just a female way.
So you know, shut up. You know, when you guys watch, when your team loses on football, you know what I mean? You're there like you see my brother like a bitch. Guys, I'm telling you, he will turn off his phone. Do you know what I mean? He will, because the minute his team loses, bing, he'll throw the phone. You can't talk to him. You can't. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, did someone shoot your dog? Did someone shoot? Guys, he just becomes a completely different person. You know, so I felt for her. Yeah. But I just feel like Adam is a dog. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Let the dog lie with other dogs. You be about your business, you know? So you were going to say something.
I was going to say that, you know, I'm just watching and saying to myself, Adam is what most, I don't want to say most, I can't even get percentage, but some guys are like, just like you said. Do you know what I mean? So he is just a guy, do you know? And okay, fine, you said it yourself, like 2 weeks in. It's a game. It's the nature of the game. First and foremost, we must remember. Yes, if you find love, it's great in it. But Adam, you know, I think where we women, once we cling on to something we like, hormones, emotions, everything, and I'm not just blaming it on all that, but we just get really invested quick. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. And one thing Adam said was like, I think she feels me more than I feel her. He said that in the previous episodes. You know what I mean? Now and then again of lately he said, I tried to make that work. You know, I wasn't really, he wasn't really feeling her as strong as she was feeling him, but he tried to make that work. And then when something else came along, why should he keep trying to make this work if something else, do you know what I mean, that he might potentially like come?
Got a problem with
and
that.
I have to say, they're not, I keep watching the game thinking, yes, I know it's intense in there because these are all the people you see day in. But to be honest, I'm thinking they haven't even, you know, it's too early still. It's only 2 weeks out of what? Why does everybody have to be like, yes, I'm locked with you. I'm locked with you. But when you know people are going to come in, do you know what I mean? And with the man, it's like, okay, let's see if this works. But if something else comes in, I'm in my right, as a woman even, to say, you know, I think I'm going to try that because that is more appealing to me. That is more
what I want my taste. That's not a problem. And I agree with
and that's what saying. Adam might have done it the wrong way. You know, in her. But to me, I feel like he's playing the game, not in a bad way, as in like he's playing the game, but he's playing what the game is about. You're trying to find love. You're trying to find connection. Why should Wes stay permanently with Laura if potentially Ellie might be better for him? Why? Why should he not go try and see if Ellie is better for me? Do you understand? Sometimes we get it wrong. We're like, yeah, he's fine. He's 5 foot or 6 foot, whatever. You know, he's, you know, and then you start dating him, you're like, yeah, but you're everything I would have ticked, but we're not. Do you know what I mean? And then someone else come along, but you feel like, oh, but that's a woman's thing. Men don't think like that. Men don't play like that. You know, women we're in it, heart full. Men don't do that. So I'm like, he's been himself. He's been a guy.
I get that, think anyone and we know that, and we can watch it and say that. My only thing, which again I think is like you, if in terms of that. He didn't convey that to her. The way he did it, I think the way it's been handled is what's intensified.
That's what I agreed upon. That's what, and I did say that. And I said, yes, the mannerism in which he conducted himself was
it's
wrong.
A game show. We know it's a game show. And like Laura and Wes, again, even though she said, I gave you space, but I want you to really stay with me, that whole thing, again, it was like, give people the opportunity to speak to everybody. Like Alex when he tried with Megan, and then what's his name kept interfering. It's like, but I might be better suited with her. But you've blocked that. Stop blocking them. Let them have the opportunity to choose properly. I ain't got a problem with that. It's just the way he dealt with it. That's my only thing with Adam, and the way he reacted to her pain. That's what I don't like about the man. Be a man.
I'm sure Adam's just dusting them outside and not having to see pain or whatever. So he don't even know how to react to that. It's probably just his way that he's just not used to it. He probably breaks up with them and to have to deal with it. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, because you never see them again. You're like, to see that chick again.
So it's a whole learning curve for him as well, being in that villa. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. Like I said, I'm not saying what I'm a woman myself. If you want to check.
Are you really inviting people to come and check me?
But
really? She wants
I just have to say that, you know, this thing is showing us the difference between
men and women. And
women. We do things differently. Women, we commit it all. Yes, I want to, you're my man, this and that, you know? Men don't do that. Men don't do that. And that's the problem we have. We will be like, oh, but, you know, I love him more than me. That's just the way they think. That's what I'm thinking. That's what Adam is clearly showing us. Now, Wes, I don't trust him.
I don't trust Wes.
I like him because he said to
Josh.
I feel that Wes is feeling trapped with Laura.
What did he say to Josh the other day when he was like, "Now I've seen something of her or something like that. If I see it again or something like that, I'm not interested." He said something dodgy like that.
At that level.
Yeah. So I was just like,
where I got suspicious with that, you know, when Ellie came and he. I couldn't believe that he could say that, like, you know, we're all, you know, anything can happen. We're all still, you know, I was like, raw. Y'all are snuggling up, you know, you're second in line to Jack and
for
Danny.
You.
Yeah.
I'm falling for you.
Yeah, so you could say
words.
this. So I was a bit, like, shocked about that. And then, second of all, when they started having their little tick off, you know, but I was like, you know, when he was when he was telling Laura off for going to speak to Ellie. You know, because Laura
said he don't fight my battles for me, didn't he?
Yeah.
Now, I felt like that's him saying, don't let her, like, he didn't want Ellie to switch off him.
Look, Laura, you know, I don't blame Laura for going and saying anything to Ellie. That's what we were to, you know, saying anything to Ellie. But I just felt like it made her seem insecure by her talking to her. Just leave it be, you know. That's just what I think. But anyway, we need to move on from. I'm not a big fan of Laura and her. You know, she's like his grandma trying to tell him stuff.
I just felt sorry for him because he felt like trapped. He looked trapped.
He is trapped.
He wanted to explore, but with the way she shut things down with Ellie, it was like, felt like he was so disappointed. Like, how dare you go and do that? Like, you know, he really wanted to. Yeah. I felt like he was more upset that. Bitch, don't lock the door for me. Like, what if I do want to? I want to know if I do want to.
Exactly. And if I do go there and I chat to her and I think, actually, no, I don't like it. I'd rather stay with Laura.
She just blocked that door, like, yeah, me and you. Like, he just looked like a puppy.
A handsome one. But I feel like if another woman comes in, he's going to very much be like, if she's blonde, because we know he likes blondes, if she's blonde, he's going to be finding a way to chat to that person.
I just don't know how he's going to pull out because she's such a strong character.
Yeah. No, she's old as well.
I think he will. I think he'll literally be like.
Sorry, compared to him, yes, she's
banging body though.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be just that. I want the opportunity to see what else is out there, and I think he will. I bet if another blonde comes in, they're gonna have another test, and he's gonna probably have to say from the very beginning, I want to chat to her. I want the opportunity to chat to her, and they'll probably end up picking him again for a date.
The freedom that Adam has that he don't. I know Adam does it in a stink way. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But I feel like that's what most of the guys want to do. Kind of do. Like, let me speak to someone. Let me speak without feeling so. Laura really locked that door for him, and I felt for him.
I don't. So okay. So lastly, Samira.
Finally got picked.
People talking about Samira. Surprise. So people are sitting there saying there's a lot of talk on social media about how the nation got behind Alex when no one was picking him and no one was backing Samira. True. Right? Now, my issue with that is that I feel like Alex has been a lot more humble. Yeah. You know, he's been a lot more humble and a lot more honest about, and a lot more, you know, he shows a lot about the fact that he's disappointed. Whereas, like I said, Samira, the way sometimes Samira goes on as if she's got someone in that. I'm sorry. Sometimes that's the way I believe. Sometimes she behaves a bit like that. Whereas Alex, you can see the disappointment on his face. You know, and some people are saying it's a bit of a race thing as well. They're sitting there saying there's not enough minorities, you know, like in there and stuff. Yeah, and Samira doesn't really stand a chance.
But you know, Samira is going after she was going after Charlie. She liked Charlie.
Okay, and Charlie didn't like her.
So I saw one thing on Twitter, which I think I told you girls about, which someone was like, oh, hold on. Samira 1 minute was like, oh, that's my type. Blonde hair, blue eyes. And then the night that Wes and Laura were in the secret hideaway, she was like to Wes, oh, Wes, you have a good time? He was like, yeah. And she was like, me no. So someone was like, hold on, 1 minute you like blonde hair, blue eyes, and the next one you're like,
she's a people person. Samira is a people person.
Look, the way I see it is, you know what show it is. It's Love Island, and I'm not don't want anyone messaging us with we're not racist. We're all equal opportunities here. But that show is predominantly for what, it's white people, like the Essex type, people like over the top, good looking, and majority of them like white people. I'm sorry, like, it's a preference. Yeah. Or they like mixed raced, light skinned. From what I know of, I mean, Snoop, you watched the season before. What was the one that was on Blazing Squad? Yes. Didn't he take a long time before someone picked him or something? Because he's really dark skinned. Marcel, right? Yeah, Marcel, he's really dark skinned and whatnot. And it took a while for him to, but that's the
nature of the game.
Yeah, that's the demographic. She's in there also, dark skin, very beautiful girl, got nothing. Beautiful girl.
It just takes them a little longer. It's just like the other girl that was in the other Marcel's one, and the other girl who was mixed as well. It took her a while. I mean, she was a bit more picky because I think people did like her, but she was just But it took her a while to find someone that matched her. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
At the end of the day, people have got a preference. Yeah. It's nothing to do with the fact that she's black. If your type comes in, like it's not like when in the first episode that she stepped forward for every guy that came up. She didn't. So. You know what the nature of the game is. Just like my brother was saying, like when you go into a club, if you've got 10 men standing around you, do you have to give all of them a chance? No, you don't. You go for the one you fancy. So I don't believe race has got anything to do with it. Do you know what I mean? It's not hip hop Love Island. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect, kind of thing
to watch.
Yeah, you know what it is. It's predominantly white people. They more so want, they're sitting there going, my brother said something about, look at the guy Sam. He said he prefers blondes. I said that doesn't mean Samira's out of the race. Go down to Brixton. Go get your hair trained. Do you know what I mean? Get a blonde weave. I mean, what's the? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's a hair color gonna do for a black chick?
Good one.
Do you know what I'm saying? Just get your weave done in it. Yeah. It's not a problem. So my thing is, like I said, it's a preference thing.
Yeah, because you could bring more black dudes in there or more whatever, and Samira might not be feeling them.
Yeah,
it's her
she likes blonde hair, blue eyed, isn't it? So they
there
got
you
like
go.
Yeah.
But the moment they get there, they want. The guys want the blonde as well. So
it's competition, isn't it?
I just feel it's opportunity. It's all equal for everybody. And with all due respect, everybody knows in life's not always fair. Not everybody always has the same playing field. Yeah. So if people don't like her on there, they don't like her. But she got picked, which again I suspect that was a producer move.
Really?
Yeah, but that one I haven't got confirmed. I got confirmation that Adam had to apologise, but there are talks that guy Sam, I mean, he couldn't even remember her name the other night.
Rosie needed to go.
You think?
She was
you see the way she used to walk? If I show you some tweet of guys about the way someone was like, look at this is Rosie walking out of walking at guys. You see, I love social media because the way they do things is just too much. But why did you think Rosie needed to go?
Well, because she's had the girl needs time away from that area to just cool off before she gets into mental health issues. You know what I mean? Because the roller coaster of emotion and not just being able to be herself. Do you know what I mean?
You have that space.
And having Adam in your face and the relationship in your face. Yes, he said sorry and whatever, but it's still, us girls, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
I think if she had jumped in with Sam, what if Sam and her don't work? That's another...
Okay, I'm really sorry. I know this is the podcast, but I've got to show you this tweet. We said when Rosie, whenever she's angry, this is the way she walks.
Oh, that's so wrong.
We'll be posting this on our Instagram much later, so you can.
That's so wrong.
Yeah, we will, so you guys can watch it as well. Yeah. But I definitely agree. I think Rosie needs to go because again, I think she should be talking about Adam to every guy at every opportunity. And I don't think she was really into Sam. I think it's just that he's a guy and he'll help me to stay for another week. Type of thing. And again,
or get back at Adam because she got dressed to make him feel a certain way.
Yeah,
with a guy make him feel a certain way.
And she just keep looking at from the corner for I am running out. And it's a lot, so she needs to go. So fair to that. If they decide to keep her in, fair enough. But I don't know. If she really does want a white guy, I feel like not in a bad way. They need to put more. Yes, Samira. They need to put more guys in there for her. To be fair. And again, she's against a lot of competition right now because most guys don't really go for black girls.
But they're going for the white girls.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
So that's it for recapping on Love Island. Guys, send us your messages. Let us know your feedback. Contact us at freepms.ladies@gmail.com. Message us on IG, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. We're on iTunes. Also, guys, Yep, comment and subscribe, leave us a review on iTunes, and yeah, you know, that's it. So guys, that wraps up another episode. Wow, you're not as excited as you thought in the beginning.
You know when it go.
I'm your girl Queen P.
I'm Snape.
And I'm Mad Nick. See you later.
Bye.